It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On third down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott showing off the speed and elusiveness on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Get out of here with a W. Pushing that rock down the field.
Here's Wilson to throw. Running right through him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running right, it's Pollard. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 59 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across it.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson. That is caught by Washington. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dosich. He's got room to roam. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshowed. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now they're in the hurry-up. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. A second down throw for Prescott. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And again, it's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Eluding the pressure right. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Play action now. Prescott. That's dumped off to Poe. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run with Pollard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this single. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They got his man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. To throw again is Wilson. Man open left side, it's Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, Williams. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First down, and it's Pollard again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Let's talk about a defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. This is 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On second down, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Now 1st and goal. Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Wilson to throw. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak. Into the hands of Cooks. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Complete. Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd down, Pollard again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's 1st down. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw, Prescott. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last shot for Wilson. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, it's no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects